हेलो, एम ऑडिबल, एम ऑडिबल, हेलो हेलो हेलो। हाँ, इसको इस ए अभी जा रहा है, अभी जा रहा है, पर पता नहीं किससे जा रहा है। हेलो 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 हेलो, एम ऑडिबल, एम ऑडिबल, हेलो हेलो हेलो। हाँ, इसको पर किस वाले से आ रहा है? ए अभी जा रहा है, अभी जा रहा है, पर पता नहीं किससे जा रहा है। हेलो 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 हेलो। अभी आ रहा है क्या? अभी जा रहा है, हाँ। अच्छा, इसके वाले से जा रहा है, इसको यूज ही नहीं करते, इसको फेंक दे। कुछ तो सीन है, डिटेक्ट नहीं कर रहा है इसको। क्रिस्प, क्रिस्प एंड क्लियर। Okay, okay. So guys, let's get started. बहुत दिनों बाद लड़की पे गाना नहीं, लड़की पे गाना नहीं, लड़की पे कोई गाना नहीं गाना, फालतू की काम नहीं करना प्लीज। यहाँ पे ट्विच पे गेम चल रहा है बैक एंड में, TI, and we need to find an game. Oh, automatic select all roles when no role. ये करो क्या? फिर ट्राई करते देखते कितना होता है, कैसा होता है। तो बहुत दिनों बाद में आया हूँ, so let's get started. Let's get started. और लोग कैसे खेल रहे वो भी तो देखे यार। ओके, ये कैरी है बेंजी, ये लोग कैरी बेंजी खेल रहे हैं। वाह, व्हाई एम आई आउट? अरे फक भाई, क्रूसेडर आ रहे हैं। कितना गंदा आइडिया पीट गया है भाई। फक, कहाँ एंशिएंट हंट करता था मैं। सिलेंसियो ले लेता हूँ मैं। अच्छा, इसमें चैट इशू है तो फिर मेरा भाई खेलता था ना, तो इसमें अभी मैं चैट नहीं कर सकता हूँ मैं, बट नेवर माइंड। ये क्या भाई कर लिया मैंने? आई एम सपोर्ट, आई शुड बी गेटिंग समथिंग लाइक माना। मैंगो, मैंगो किधर है? बम, बम नहीं है। ओके नेवर माइंड, नेवर योर्स। फेल हो क्या? कुछ नहीं तो माना रिजेक्शन थोड़ा तो लूँगा यार। लेट्स सी हाउ थिंग्स वर्क आउट। अबे इसमें तो कुछ बोल नहीं सकता कभी, इसमें कुछ बोल नहीं सकता। चैट में अपना लाइव भी नहीं डाल पा रहा हूँ लिंक। गाइस मेरे भाई की गलती है, मैंने कुछ नहीं किया है, उसको बाद में हम देख लेंगे साथ में। देखते हैं कैसा चीज़ चलती है। मेरे को बहुत टाइम हुआ खेल के। मैंने 4-6 महीने का ब्रेक लिया था, एंड देन आई एम बैक, सो आई थिंक सो कि थिंग्स शुड वर्क आउट। लाइट तो जलाता हूँ, अंधेरा बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया क्या? उजाला आ जाए लाइफ में। ओके, दैट्स ग्रेट। वाह, नाइस। प्रोडक्शन तो जान दो। हाय भाई, मैं लिख ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ कुछ। आई जोली, मेरे भाई ने मेरे आइडिया क्या कर दिया है। मैं तो ये भी नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, प्रोडक्शन भी नहीं। क्या होता है ना, बहुत ज़्यादा आप किसी भी गेम में अब्यूज़ करते हो किसी को, तो थिंग्स आर लाइक आपका चैट में आपको बैन लगेगा, चैट बैन। तो उसमें आप कुछ बोल नहीं सकते हो टीम को। इवन यू कांट ब्लिंक। ब्लिंक कर सकते हैं क्या यहाँ पे? हाँ, ब्लिंकिंग हो रहा है, ब्लिंकिंग हो रहा है। क्या हाँ, मैं सॉफ्ट सपोर्ट हूँ क्या? हेलो हेलो, मैं तो बोल भी नहीं पा रहा हूँ। वॉइस बैन भी है क्या? वॉइस बैन भी हो गया मैं। कपिल, ये कपिल। Guys, all my brother's fault. He's as fault. चलो लेट्स ट्राई टू हरास. ओके, अरे यूज दैट. ओ माय गॉड. Okay, you got two flesh ship, but still we killed alchemy. The carry is dead. Okay, my bad. My bad. इसकी माँ का ये थ्रो करता है, ये खींचता है. इन लोग को लेना पड़ेगा आड़े हाथ. चल के जाओ अभी इसकी माँ की. Let's keep trying. अरे मैं आता रहा हूँ. Relax, boys. एक नंबर भाई. अरे बॉम्ब भी नहीं ले पा रहा यार. साला कौन लेके बैठा है बॉम्ब, समझ में नहीं आ रहा मुझे. मज़ा ही आ गया दोस्तों. थ्रो पाए. अबे क्या कर दिया, सिर्फ साइलेंस होता तो ही दो मिलता है, बाकी नहीं मिलता दो। सिर्फ साइलेंस क्या तो एक मिलता है, साइलेंस क्या दो मिला, नहीं तो एक ही मिलेगा। तो गलत है ना भाई, पहले तो अच्छा था। भागो। ओ माय गॉड। आई डोंट नो। बोल। वो मैं और ये बहुत अच्छा है। I'm going through this mana deficit kind of thing. That's great, guys. That's great. इसे चार्ज यूज़ कर देगा नहीं ना। अब हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे हम लोग कुछ कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि वी नीड वॉच। ओके, विल गेट द वॉच। आई वांटेड पीपल टू गेट साइलेंस्ड, बट मेरे को वही समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि मैं अलग से कैसे साइलेंस करूँ इन लोग को। ओहो, मरने नहीं वाला ऐसे वो। ये तो इतना वैनिश ही हो गया भाई। छः, मैं साइलेंस वेस्ट हो गया। ए वहाँ पे अरे मेरा वो दिक्कत हो गया ना कि मैंने अल्टी मार दिया, वेस्ट कर दिया अल्टी। सो स्टूपिड। 100 का 25% हो जाए, कम हो जाए, 25 कम हो जाएगी। 25% मतलब 4/5, 16 और कम हो जाएगा। 70 सेकंड पर मारो अल्टी दनादन। क्या बोलते हैं, बेस्ट है। लेट्स पुल इट। मैं इसलिए करूँगा क्या जब मुझे परमानेंट ही नहीं मिल रहा है। क्या पेड़ को भी कर सकते हैं? बताओ, एक किले मैंने मार दिया अल्टी, बट कोई बात नहीं। बैक भी कर दिया, कोई बात नहीं। मेरे को इसको कैसे करना है? ये वही कैसे होता है? 31 इंट है पर किसका चुरा रहा हूँ मैं समझ। इसके पास 400 माना ही है, जिसको खाने को लगता है 170 और इसको लगता है इसके लिए 120, 170 120 300 माना लगता है, 375 इसको लगता है 80 माना। तीनों एक साथ मार ही नहीं पा रहा है ये। बाकी किसी का माना नहीं खींचा हूँ ना मैं। अच्छा ऐसा भी कुछ है क्या अभी? हाँ मैं क्या हुआ पता नहीं मुझे कपिल खोला ऐसे हम जीत गए गाइस वी वॉन क्या बात कर रही ओह इस पे लाइव कमेंट कैसे लिखते हैं लाइव चैटों के एक अभी एक्सट्रीम में अभी भी आमे है, नथिंग टू से, एक्सएसएक्स ऐसे जानते F1 नोवा तो अभी भी है ना, सभी है। क्या लगाया तूने? इसको नहीं लगाया था? आमे को कहाँ लगाया?
देखना सपोर्ट में एक से F1 और एक से क्या दे रहे हैं। घटिया चुतिया
5000 दिया तू। आमे तो है ही नहीं कहीं पे।
हमें लगाएंगे, लगाया ना वो
निशा
20,000 अकेले में 20,000 दिया।
कहाँ दिया ये?
14,000 11,000 दिया उसने वो चुतिया दोनों लेके। वो देख उनको लास्ट राउंड को लास्ट डाल के खेल रहे भाई, उन्होंने 20,000 दिया।
कोलैप्स या तो टीएन स्पिरिट ये कौन दूसरा कौन है?
कोलैप्स
और ये या तो
हाँ लिक्विड अभी 3 जो चल रही है और मैंने वो
अबे अभी 2-1 हार गई ना।
हाँ
2-1 हार गई क्या? एचजी गेमिंग जीती। अभी मैच हुआ ना, अभी चल रहा है मैच।
नहीं था लिक्विड से ये लिक्विड से वो था।
अरे मैं ट्विच पे खोला, ट्विच कहाँ है?
क्या ये उसी के रिटर्न
ट्विच पे मैं अभी देख रहा हूँ ना, ये यहाँ पे 2-0 से हार गई हो।
2-0
नहीं 1-2 से एक्सजी निकल गई बाहर।
बाहर का निकल गया।
एक्सजी ने एलजीडी बाहर निकल गई लोगों का रैकेट में। ये एलजीडी कुछ लगाया था क्या?
चला गया
हाँ
परीक्षा में तीसरा वाला।
ये लॉक्स इन 1 अवेलेबल इन 1 day 1। अच्छा चालू होगा। एक्सजी तो जीत गई ना।
अरे क्या क्या लिखा है 4-0 जीतना चाहिए।
4-1 अरे 4-0 तो कौन है? टीम विजन तो बाहर है।
क्या ये 3-0 चल रही है अभी, एक और जीतना है उसको।
क्या बात कर रहे हैं? और ये
लिक्विड हार गए ना।
लिक्विड नहीं अभी तो चल रहा है ना। आज का मैच कहाँ दिखता है? वो कहाँ है? रोस्ट वो सब बाहर दिखता है ना। नाम पे लिख करना है। ओजी उगाली तो क्या एक ये अभी होना चल रहा था इसमें लोग। हाँ एक्सजी जीती। यहाँ पे लिखा है ना बाहर है, देख ना यहाँ पे है ना। यहाँ पे ही दिखा रहे एलजीडी एक्सजी में 1-2 एक्सजी में 2 है, एलजीडी 1 है। एलजीडी में कौन थे? ये एलजीडी वाले ही थे सब, नहीं तो एक्सजी था ना। एक्सजी वाले जीत गए फिर भी कम दिया क्यों? इनका पत्ते खराब है। कैम स्टैक
सपोर्ट क्या करता है?
वो अभी के ज़माने कहाँ कैम स्टैक हो रहा है?
सपोर्ट का आईडी अच्छा है, ऐसा कुछ मिल नहीं अच्छा।
स्टन अच्छा है। वॉचर्स टेकन
ये भी सपोर्ट करता है। देखना वो एलजीडी का मैच है। एलजीडी का मैच में स्कोर मिला है, नीचे देखो लिखा है कौन सा स्कोर किस मैच में मिला है।
कहाँ लिखा है?
वही तो जहाँ माउस खा दी बाजू में क्या है।
Your player score for the period is based on the best series which will use the 2 highest scores within that series. अबे निशा की जगह उसको रखना चाहिए था, आमे को। आमे है ना, अभी खेल तो रहा है एक्सजी में, अभी तो जीता हो यार।
आमे कैरी में है, मिड थोड़ी है
यार तो 21,000 20,000 लोगों का 1 लाख हो गया है लोगों का।
अगर कैरी में सैटरडे था तो अभी जीत जाता
यहाँ पे
सैटरडे
सैटानी बहुत अच्छा खेल रहा है।
कल तो भाई उसने अकेले जगरनॉट से
ये फॉरएवर हो गया लॉक। अब ये खुलेगा तो वापस से चेंज नहीं होगा।
वो उसका आएगा अभी। आज लास्ट है।
यहाँ पे आमे रखना है। नहीं यहाँ पे वो रखना है, क्या है, सैटानिक रखना है।
सैटरडे बहुत अच्छा खेलता है, देखना उसका मैच। जगरनॉट से उसका पूरा टीम भी रहता है, वो अकेला के फार्म किया 25 मिनट बाहर आया तो केवल मार ही जाता है, किसी को मन नहीं दिया था, अकेला मारा था, किसी को मन नहीं दिया था।
सैटानिक बहुत अच्छा
ही फार्म
है।
लेके आया वो जगरनॉट फर्स्ट टाइम पिक होता है उसमें दिया और तो सब पे चला गया। सैटरडे बहुत अच्छा खेलता है।
अभी किसका मैच है?
यहाँ लिखा ना अरे जीत रहा है वॉच में,
वापस स्टार्ट हुआ 3-0।
वॉच में जीतता है।
अबे टीम स्पीड है, टीम विजन 3-0 भी दिखा रहा है।
मीन स्पीड से
टीम विजन
विजन ना,
टीम विजन टीम स्पीड वैसे टीम विजन इंटरनेशनल अभी हो है 3-0 हो गया
3-0 भी हो गया
3-0
अरे जब बेस्ट ऑफ 3
ए
उसमें
ये
कैसे
तो
रहा
ये कौन है जो एनालिसिस कर रहा था यूट्यूब पे देखते हैं यूट्यूब में इतना कहाँ है पर फिर भी
है ना मेरे पे रखा हूँ मेरे ऊपर मेरे बहुत चीज का चैनल पर उसमें रखा है
कौन सा वाला सही है टीम लिक्विड वर्सेस ये नीचे अपना पहला इसमें उसमें फर्क क्या है दोनों में तो एक टाइम पे एक ही देख पाते हैं ये 2 घड़ी पहनती है सेवन टाइम अरे 3-0 है दोनों 3-0 है दोनों 3-0 सीरीज पे है तीनों में एक भी बार नहीं हारी है दोनों टीम हाँ स्पिरिट जीतेगा तो ही जीतेगा होगा ना हाँ टीम विजन अपने 4-0 में वो है क्या टीम विजन यही है ना ओ माय गॉड नो वन तो ये वो तो कड़क मैच है भाई विजन अपन ने यहाँ पे दोनों को रखा है क्या नहीं अपन ने एक ही को रखा है टीम स्पिरिट को ना टीम विजन और टीम स्पिरिट तो है ही नहीं टीम स्पिरिट का है टीम भाई जरूरी टीम एलिमिनेट हो गया
अबे मैंने वो क्यों रख दिया
एलिमिनेट होकर रख दिया स्पिरिट को
नहीं वो अरे मैं इसे चेंज ही नहीं कर पाया वो देख वो रख दिया वो बेड वो बूम बूम कौन है टीम में लिखा है जो
4-1 विन लॉस है
ये क्या नाम है उसका कौन है उसमें
इसमें सेव है सेव जीकेपी
स्पीड ऑफ नहीं चिंता
स्पीड नहीं तो लिक्विड को यहाँ रखता 4-1 वाला टीम यांडेक्स में कौन है साक्सा बस एक ही अच्छा दिख रहा है F1 नोवा नथिंग टू से हमें एक्सरसाइज भाई इसको इधर ये हारी क्या अभी एक हारी है अभी एक हारी हाँ एलिमिनेट नहीं है विन है ना अच्छा ये इतना वाला ही है क्या अरे ये सब क्या है अच्छा ये सब एलिमिनेशन अच्छा नीचे वाला रैकेट देखा ही नहीं मैंने निगमा में कौन है अभी सुफेल है तो सुफेल को एलिमिनेट कर दिया तूने इसको क्यों रखा बूम बूम को 9 क्लास इसमें अपना टकला नोट नो
बंद कर दो, किसी को फोन नहीं लग रहा है।
सही छाने
खाया है 12 साढ़े 12 बजे जाऊँ क्या? वहाँ पे माटूंगा मैं।
कौन
मैं और कौन
कौन आ रहा है?
माटूंगा में खाना है। ए सैटेनिक ये कौन है? भूल गया मैं, ये कौन है?
पार समुंदर बीच में है नैया, पहले तुम्हारी मेरी चुटकी है, फिर चुटकी है बढ़िया। पार समुंदर
ये अपने को जीतना है, नोन टकले को जिताना है ना, लेकिन सैटेनिक नहीं है ना इसमें। ये कौन है?
ये क्या होता है याद करो उसे सटाने कैरी ऑफ द ईयर टीम चल रहा है, कैरी ऑफ द ईयर चल रहा है, हार गए यार, हार गए लास्ट बॉयज, लास्ट फॉर बॉयज।
फर्स्ट एवरेज किल, फर्स्ट लीस्ट यार, फर्स्ट जीपीएम, ये सब सब फर्स्ट में। यंगेस्ट प्लेयर एट इंटरनेशनल एनालिसिस कितना हुआ है? हाँ सैटेनिक बहुत अच्छा खेलता है। सैटेनिक डेड दिखा रहा है, देख 800 लास्ट हिट है इसका, 800 लास्ट हिट है। लोग आज चिल्ला रहे 800 लास्ट हिट होली, सब चिल्ला रहे। This is like Messi of Dota stats. Satanic. With you guys. Big respect to Spirit. If not for the organization, I wouldn't be here. Therefore, big thanks to them and thanks to the audience too. Satanic. After beating Team Spirit in Fisher Playground. पहले स्पिरिट में था सैटेनिक, टीम स्पिरिट में था ना। हाँ हाँ हाँ, उससे 2 बार जीते भी तो है टीआई वो लोग। टीम स्पिरिट यातोरो था ना, यातोरो एक बार सैटेनिक था, यातोरो भी था, एक बार टकला हो गया था, एक बार कलर किया था, कलर जीता नहीं, टकला होकर जीता। हाँ सैटेनिक नहीं जीता, यातोरो 2 बार जीता, वो तो मुझे पता है। अबे कितना जॉन कर रहा हूँ, चौथी बार जॉन किया।
पार समंदर बीच में है दरिया, अरे यार
न्यू गोट वर्सेस ओल्ड गोट। स्पिरिट नून ब्रो, yawning every 5 seconds. Let them sleep. Wash face Satanic. The final is here. ओके ये पपी भी है, पपी गाय वो है, कोच है, नहीं किसका? हाँ देख कोच है ना पपी। विजन 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 का है। विजन ने बैन क्या किया? अनडाइंग बेन और विंड। द फाइनल बॉस पपी। Haven't seen Meepo in a while. Chicken man coming Monka.
क्या बुझाएंगे और जो मुर्दों को नहीं जला पाते वो जिंदों को क्या जलाएंगे मेरा हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद था है और रहेगा नजर उठाई भारत मां की कसम
ये विजल एक कोले में कौन बैठा है? अरे वही है, गलती से उसने बैन की जब पिक कर लिया था, वही है ना? हाँ एक अबेल गलती से बैन की जब पिक कर लेते वही है ना? हाँ यह मैं बैन की जब पिक कर लिया था। पर डजंट मेक अ डिफरेंस, खेलने आता तो किससे भी खेल लेंगे। ये कौन है? डू दिस पीपल नॉट वॉश फेसेस? Guys, let's watch the match. Let's watch the match. I will try to get on display. Yes, display capture something.
To see for a team in this position to only have 10 seconds left, so a lot of thought and maybe then also vision maybe posing a little bit more problems for them than they thought they would need to solve at this point, but they'll just go with the stable, tried and tested true.
Hope that it stops so you can make this immediate play.
Yeah, it's a classic.
It's a lot of damage. Yeah, if you have to go all the way back
you
down
don't.
the bottom,
You basically just need a melee hero that will protect the draw. It's nice to have a second form of initiation. They have the Slaughter Blink eventually.
Yeah, that's
But it's also good to have Clockwork that can set up with the hook shot.
I'm thinking, what does Satanic want to play here? Because they're not going to have the last pick of the draft, so you kind of want to pick the best possible hero here, like your win condition, because you see everything.
Well,
I feel like it's a really nice Spectre game once again. I feel like whenever we see this draw, then the other team ends up picking Spectre.
He blocked this big camp too. He's not happy about that.
I know there's two range supports already, but why are these teams not going for Lina? Like, it's completely ignored, and we've seen it be so dominant in so many other games.
It's got to be something like both teams were dangling it, you know, and they just or they expected it to be banned, but they don't want to change the prep that they have. Like, they planned on going with something else. But I don't think it's a bad hero, or either team thinks it's a bad hero by any means.
Yeah, I also feel like these teams, they have like their own meta, kinda. Like in the previous series, I feel like both LGD and Extreme like Delina a lot, and also Delina won the first game. So then it kind of just becomes the meta of the series. Whereas for these teams, they have their own ideas, and you know, I'm sure it will develop from this game onward.
Farming these camps.
Are we happy with the Nature's Prophet? It's
the enemy carry of
is it a flex offlane? No, really.
Here is able to do a whole
No,
lot
I think
more,
this will just end up being the carry.
With the use of Infest
I think it's okay.
Fireball.
I think we've seen some really good performances from Nature's Prophet during this event so far. It's a hero that scales really well into the game. It's also a hero that can speed up the game by teleporting in to kind of collapse on the Drow Ranger. Because once again, you know, Team Spirit is creating this turret lineup for the Drow Ranger to be able to hit with all these different initiations from Clockwork, Slardar. And a way to break that is to attack her early in the game. Bring heroes to her lane, Earth Spirit with his Magnetize, Nature's Prophet with his ulti and TP in, try to slow down the Drow Ranger before she hits like critical mass, and create chaos in the fights. I think that's kind of how you beat these lineups who want to group up. So Nature's Prophet falls in line with that. It's also a strong laner into Slardar in case Slardar goes to his lane. So I think they're trying to cover as many angles as they can.
Gets a zip away.
Does mean that we get a lot of offlaners, potential offlaners. Getting banned out in this phase, we still don't know exactly where the Slardar is going to go, but at the moment, we do see Vision respecting it as a mid if they have been banning out offlaners. With the Centaur and the Underlord removed, Spirit removed, Largo.
Yeah, that would have been really nice to counter the stuff that Tal was talking about, where like, Vision is clearly going to be collapsing on the Drow at some point, and so to have an offlaner that can respond to that with this global portal would be really nice, and it also would have done fine against the Natures in lane. I'm not so sure how I feel about the Night Stalker anymore, just because I feel like you should get kind of dumped on by a Nature's Prophet in the first 5 minutes to a degree that might be like very problematic.
Pushing him towards a very fast
Interesting. So more damage for Team Vision. I feel like they already had plenty of damage from their Earth Spirit, Billow, and Prophet. But you know, you can never have enough.
The Darkseer matchup
it puts a big smile on Collapse's face, seems like. What do we want coming out here for Team Spirit? They, again, don't have a lot of time to think about this one.
Your ultimate is very good with the trickery. This would be such a sick Batrider game if it was not a bad hero.
It is a bad hero.
It's gonna.
That's true.
Can't help myself. It's a Doom at the end of it all, and yeah, that one's going in the hands of Collapse on the offlane.
It is a good matchup against Prophet. You have your Scorched Earth that kills the Treants, so he should be able to just free farm in the lane. It scales very well. So you know, as we said, if this game goes long, I would say the Team Spirit is slightly favored. So they already drafted for it, and it's like set up very nicely.
Yeah, I think I like the Doom. I think it's one of the offlaners that is also good against Timbersaw in the game, because you can always Doom him in the fights. You don't have to worry about him killing you as like a strength hero killer. So I think overall I'm liking Spirit a bit more. I think both teams have definitely good drafts. It's not like one is completely like outdrafted the opponent. But I do like Spirit more, and a lot of it's going to come down to this Drow lane and how it's going to work out. Is she going to get collapsed on? Even though collapse is another team, but
we're really on a roll today.
Can't help myself.
Unintentional, I swear.
Tofu. This may defeat
one Iron
Wing.
Yeah,
I mean, both teams definitely have options. When you have these like master tier drafters against each other, you often have situations like this. Like Timber 1-to-1, very good against Ringmaster. He can put somebody in a box, but all of the pure damage is going through the box. But then on the flip side, Doom can take off Timber. Aghanim Scepter, Doom can counter Timber's, you know, healing. So both teams have options. It just depends on how the early to mid game rotations go.
What are you gonna look at
And
this
the
game,
question
Saber?
is, like, it's not
I'm
even
gonna
clear who
be
it's- like, a lot of
looking
times
at
these
how
stalemates,
amazing these
it
teams
usually
are.
favors
I am
one
so
team or the
excited
other,
for
but I
this.
don't
I feel
think
like
that's the
no
case.
matter like how this game
Again,
will
I
look,
think the only edge you
even
can
if
point to
Vision is winning, I'm sure
stylistically, it
Spirit will
probably
be able to
favors
claw their way back in.
Sure,
I'm
they're a team that's
expecting
maybe a
like a
bit more comfortable
60-minute,
with
absolutely epic,
Or just
monstrous
more
game.
comfortable with
Oh,
the
I
speed
think
and
you and
aggression.
me and everybody at home is hoping for
pretty
that
hard
one
to out-
to come to fruition
efficiency
here in
third.
game number 1, coming your way
Ace
with Odie
has got-
Pixel and
is
Fog.
extremely efficient in his own right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a real treat to
guy's
see
the
these
king
two
of
teams
farming
go
jungle,
head-to-head,
so the
Team
game's
Vision
just static.
and
He's
Spirit.
letting
Two
you play
teams
a
I think a
little
lot
more
of
out
people
of
at home
the
are
map
expected
than
to
you
see make the whole way to the
But then
grand
if you come
finals
down
here, the
to the
international.
ultra late, I mean,
Let's see how they go when they go
A
head-to-head
lot of
here when it's
experience
Matt
in
does
those crazy
the
ultra
most
late
to
games.
secure
They're
that
pretty
first
clutch at
spot
'em.
straight
think
through
this
to the
monkey
next
game is
stage
insane
out of
timing
this
right
group
now.
stage. Drafts
He
in
can
hand.
just
What do you
go
what do you
the
make of this?
classic
I mean,
skin, like
nothing
you can build
too sort of
Battle Fury
surprising,
ags
right?
into
Both
whatever
teams
you
having
want,
some
and
pretty
you're just gonna
solid
be a
stuff.
monster in this game. I don't
Nothing
know
really
if
that
you
kind of
have
sticks out as a
life
question
stealer
mark. Everything
You
kind of
don't.
makes sense.
No,
It makes
This is
sense,
the
yeah.
power of
And when
the
you have these two coaches, right, that's going to happen.
I thought
You've got
the only
Papan on
downside
one
of the
side,
monkey
you've got
in that draft
Paposka on the
was
other.
you were giving
They're
a
going to give
potential
themselves
counterpick
the
that
best
might have
opportunity for
ruined
these
things.
games.
Yeah, but then
I'm
they
not sure who's I like better. I'm
themselves
pretty
dark to
50-50
yourself. Now it's
kind of
like,
broken with it because
oh,
there's a lot of
okay, well,
counters on one
big
side with this
stack,
like
this
cold
big
embrace. They
wave.
get this timber saw
Liquid's trying
too,
to
so they're
clear it
trying
out
to
right now. They're gonna pop
trying to
the
counter
glyph.
that minus
Firewing do
armor,
not
that
wanna
physical
let
damage that's
Ace
coming
get
from
this kind of
Spirit. But
recovery right now.
yeah, this is a
rolling
really,
after
really
him,
fun
but now he's
matchup.
just
I think
double
everybody's been
Nisha.
waiting to see these two
Nisha
teams. So
activating the damage. There's gonna be a lot of
Absolutely.
damage.
Out of
Up
the
the
two
infest save. Is
teams,
that
from
gonna
the
be
wins
enough?
that you've
A fear
seen so
hit.
far,
Nisha
is there a
rolls
team
out.
of the two that you
BCM's
feel is
dead.
playing on that slightly higher level? Like, how evenly matched are they? Who's looked the hotter out the wins so far?
I would say Vision a bit more hot, but I'd say Spirit, they have that clutch factor where you really can never count them out. They have always ways to catch back up in these games. They have honestly some of these like next level new players, not me. We've seen him do some insane plays, stealing that Aegis. He's making a name for himself so many different ways, and he's playing a super high impact hero. Hard to execute sometimes, but if he is playing that ring, he can do so much with it. He is getting counterpicked. We did see that timber.
Sure, they've got ways
We'll
to
see.
get damage in the box isn't necessarily going to always be that saving grace, but against a lot of the other stuff, it does have the potential to come in for some pretty clutch plays. Looks like we are just waiting for the game to start, so apologies. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have a little bit of a pause.
Oh, there's just so many different things to look at in this game, right? Because we've now seen these teams a lot throughout the year, and we're seeing more and more teams with like the first pick Drow. Sure, this one wasn't first pick, but the way teams answer versus it, so now they have multiple different ways to close on top of it with all three cores, right? And they have Cold Embrace to be able to deal with him too versus that physical damage, and even Willow. So you could look and you can say that Vision have a lot of ways to address the Drow in a way. But it is Yatoro on the Drow, and he's been able to counter the counters in some of these situations as well. So
he does normally find his way out of some pretty tricky situations and through some pretty tricky periods of a game. Yatoro on his Drow, very hard to catch
33
and find with sort of the farm patterns and
he knows where
sort of how quickly he moves around the map. It always feels like when he's on his Drow, he's sort of in the place that you were going to look for him next, but not the place that you're looking for him now. You know, you're making the move down bottom, he's already teeping up the top, and he's somewhere else.
His mobility is excellent. He's one of the, I mean, not the only player, but he's, you know, when he gets that gust talent, he spams it like crazy. His mobility is fantastic on it. So, yeah, we're in for an absolute treat. We'll see how much he struggles in terms of the early game, how much they do collapse on him, because Nature's Prophet, this is one a lot of the teams theory crafted of level 2, level 3, you TP down, you bring that 3rd, 4th hero, you just kill the Drow, you shut down, you get that momentum, go take towers.
No, I think it's one of the best against the Drow. It's obviously going to be a lot of fun to see here because this is a scenario where we're going to have both carries bumping into each other pretty early in the game, you know, if things go the way that Satanic wants them to. He is going to be looking to turn up and get involved if there's any early opportunities to dive in against Yatoro.
And we got to say it for Satanic again too, right? How many more records is this guy going to break? Because his Nature's Prophet.
The stars like first on all everything, pretty much when it came to the different stats that we've had across all the games so far. I know a lot of people at home are very happy to have him as part of their fantasy team, getting a lot of points from this lad.
That's me.
Right up there with this monkey.
Yeah, he's been absolutely incredible. And yeah, his Nature's Prophet is probably one of his best as well too. Sometimes I have seen him a couple times, like he has died a lot on this hero if they are able to get aggressive onto him early, so that's where I'm looking at the Smarter ring, or sorry, the Doom plus ring.
So you would say out the carries that we've seen him on, it's not, you wouldn't say it's the most stable.
Not the carry. Stable, yes, but just not the safest always. I've seen him die more on this hero than others, which
it makes sense, right, when you're playing a Nature's Prophet, because
some of those aggressive TPs might just not work out. Yeah, it is one of those carries that you can, even the best in the world, can start feeding on.
Still working with more.
Whoa!
My goodness, I mean, I know Satanic's been playing well, but 100% for Team Vision here. I don't know about that.
Just saw him jump in that tree, I guess.
Oh yeah, there's going to be so many fun things to keep track of. And yeah, how much is this Ringmaster actually going to be able to do to save targets? It definitely doesn't look like the easiest.
No, but this... why do some teams not play that? Is it just some teams just don't have a Ringmaster player?
I would say, yeah. I think this is a hard hero.
There's a lot of support that just didn't touch it or like touched it and then just never wanted to put sort of the effort into mastering it because they felt that it wouldn't be relevant.
Super hard.
When you see the good Ringmasters play, it looks great. What we had so far in all these games, only the 8 picks, but it's been good. Yeah. It has been good, and 100% win rate on the Radiant side. And what side he's on here? He's on the Radiant side. So as the stats go, things look pretty good for Notty on his Ringmaster. So very much one to watch in this game for the saves. And good to see, they're going to have clutch saves from both sides, right? Because also with the Cold Embrace, got to look out for that when it comes to making big counter plays.
So we had this conversation going into TI
could be having some pretty
being kind of
huge
an
impact
item,
in this game.
For sure.
33
so many things to
his
look forward
aura
to this
item
one,
is
like we were saying.
Greaves, and he's
I mean,
actually
you talk
gonna
about the
go
teams,
what
say
is
overall you
kind
feel
of
that Vision,
second
their
item
wins have been a bit
We'll see
more
if he
convincing
commits
than that
to
of
that.
Spirits in their run
He
so
might
far.
commit for it.
This game, though, with the drafts, if you're kind of just looking at the heroes in particular, is there a style that you think has been working out better for teams in this international group stage? Like, are you going with this Drow, or are you going with this kind of Drow response that Vision have when it comes to drafts?
I'm not sure, honestly, because I feel like Vision, I would say Vision counterpicked more than the opposite side. So I expect they got heroes that they wanted, so not sure. I mean, both teams very happy probably with what they've gotten. We'll just get to see how these executions come into play.
Whoa! 33 is just going to be another body on the fire, maybe even wipe on as well. Nowhere he can go to, he's got a unicycle, but can't hop on it in time.
Great voice line, by the way. I bought that one as well, the Chinese Dota baby. I like that one a lot.
And it's 6,000.
He says go! Go! All 5 disconnected.
Another swift fight victory with infinite mana. 14 galvanized stacks.
Ready to play in on me.
Yeah, he's got so much mana regen.
Collapse supporting everybody.
This is the Coddle problem. He's just better at enabling the mid than almost any.
They've got to get the Quelling Blades out. You don't want to get caught up by these early Satanic Sprout plays.
So this is actually really interesting to point out also for a collapse. I think this is the, I want to say second or third time I see him do this exact item.
He's got next.
I think he did this the other day when he was playing the Night Stalker.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is pretty cool. He's an avid fan of backpacking the gauntlets and then like eating a tango and walking back in the lane, so he maximizes as much as possible.
They just walk right back into the Storm Spirit plus 2 more.
You cannot do that, sir.
As it goes for heroes that we've seen have pretty crazy games, obviously having the Earth Spirit team Vision, how are things going to look from that mid lane? Is this one of the answers that you feel is one that we'll see come back? I like to see Earth Spirit going for something like the Slaughter to try and punish the fact that you're playing against this melee matchup.
I like it quite a lot. It's one of the better ones for melee, and then in the mid game too, you have so much control for him and so much extra damage. These Earth Spirits, yes, they build armor, but it comes later, so you can be a bit fragile. So can absolutely see Laurel have a good time versus him there, but that's when Cold Embrace comes in, right? Lots of counter bids. So yeah, this is super interesting to see what's going to end up happening in this mid game in particular.
They will get double wisdoms on the side of Iron Wing.
Still just getting things set up.
Of that from all these hero
Sounds
kills.
like we have
Tormentor for some
minor tech issues. We're starting to see some of Team Vision come back into the game. So hopefully
you're going to hit a really nice, around that 30-minute mark. When you're,
more minutes.
You want to take that Roshan, you have all this utility behind your 2 damage dealers.
PCs, I believe.
I think we're all okay with waiting a little bit for it. Honestly, this is the series that we've all been waiting for, to see these 2 teams matching up against each other. So,
and probably one that was in a lot of people's predictions, right, when it came to before the group stage. I think a lot of people were anticipating these to be the 2 teams to come out with the sort of 3-0 so far to get to this point.
Maybe Spirit a little more surprising, but I think people, like, as soon as you see like their first 2 win with the post get here, you're starting to see how powerhouse they really are.
So they were going to go kind of this win-win-win and get to this point without any hiccups.
Pretty hard to see what the OP is.
That's very good.
Something else I'm happy to see too is, I think for me and you, we started to see a bit of a disappearance of this clockwork, right? Some teams are just like slotting in other heroes to try to substitute, even like these bounty hunters and ETs and things. I'm happy to see the clock back. I still think this hero is super strong, still does the similar job, of course not as busted as it once was, but very disruptive, and it's a great protecting hero for something like Drow.
The only upside for Iron Wing is the downside of this Monkey King build is you're pretty
nerf's
bad
not
at
enough.
actually killing Roche.
Well, clearly, I mean, clearly, apparently for some of the players it is, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
People are staying away from it, but... Okay, so he switches it up a little. He's going to get the Quelling Blade.
Yeah, gets the Quelling to the right. He's playing against the right. Yeah, you don't want to turn up and get sprouted.
I think I've seen this before.
Never feels too good. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your patience. We're ready to start off with the action here in this game one between Team Vision and Team Spirit to see which of these winners so far are going to be able to come out on top.
Set up here from Tofu Ace.
Looking at both teams having a similar, I mean, pretty much even of who has longer cooldowns, who has better skirmishing, small skirmishing. Right? It's pretty even across the board here. Both teams very good at skirmishing. Both teams very good at sieging and taking objectives. So ticking all the boxes in both of their drops.
It's the Centaur to die.
What happened? The jig is up.
Yeah, the ultimate goes off. The bound strike, chaining up the stuns.
Maybe I'll turn it off and turn it on again. Didn't quite do the job here for no one's PC.
With the Kite Liquid beautifully, with the Magnetize building up. He's going to roll onto these heroes. Mickey, he's in serious trouble. Oh, what a turn from Iron Wing.
Thanks.
I have no idea how that worked as well as it did. Other than
if he caught life, oh my God! If he caught the Storm Sphere,
it
would have just been
either side going to be looking for a first blood here.
Top to a beautiful fight.
It's just white on God. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's all there
is.
Yeah,
they probably will do delay smoke.
Or whoever called that play, if that's actually a bait. It didn't
is that,
feel like a bait. It just felt like
is that Ducal's right putting that not in his face?
I think it is. Too. Oh, I thought you were going to say the 6-7s as well. Ducala said that he loves those.
He's got the Spirit's back here. He's putting that not in his face.
That is a nice one, I will say.
Yeah, we saw that pointed out. The level up in the middle of the fight.
Not enough people use the sprays. They are nice and obnoxious, but I don't see them that much.
Well, there was a time. Do you remember? I mean, during the OG, that TI, they were spamming it in the mid lane. Thompson was just dropping the face the whole time.
But all because of this.
I'm kind of glad we don't see
the sprays everywhere.
And then 33
tilting.
Vacuum stun.
That was beautiful too.
No, it's been a good few seconds without a pause. It's a good sign.
Coming out from
okay, everything's working.
Looking good.
Ready to go.
TP did right the situation. We're going to be able to turn it. We're going to be able to find something here.
Let's see if Visions, as we said, a couple of these counter picks, how it's going to work. The Golden Blaze versus the Drow, the reactive armor from the Timbersaw versus the Drow and the Slaughter. You can clearly see the idea that they've gone for with this one. So let's see whose idea
looks a little rough here, boys.
Works better.
Still a lot of gas in the tank with the Infest. Storm just has to bail. Almost got caught.
The bounties to start things off.
Balance in all things.
If you lose Nisha.
Iron Wing showing that they can strike back.
Switched it again.
Changed again. Entering the lane with the Tangos, but he does have the Quelling Blade coming out on the courier after those bounties.
Until they get BKB on Mickey, which is actually done already. They can get punished if they whiff on their initiation.
I don't want to look away. This is nice.
Wing are actually going to go.
You still let the range through at the front? Is that the strat?
Smoke to the pit.
Well, depends on how much you want to fight in the lane. Usually not the case anymore.
Again, the strength of this Iron Wing lineup is the
that is a beautiful body block. It's a nice positioning of the lane there for collapse. Not going to be the easiest lane for him. Sure, he's got the Scorched Stir to deal with these Treants, and even the Ringmaster E does a decent job of killing them at times. But shouldn't be the easiest one for him.
They do not get caught inside the pit.
Wow.
Rare to see these Ringmasters using their impalement art to hit some of these units, but it's actually not bad versus the Treants by any means.
You don't mind it.
Dangerous. Nisha with the amp damage. He really
usually feels terrible because you hit a creep and you're like, damn it, I'm pushing. But this,
33, with the ward placed down. They've got all
that
the
little bit
information
extra
on
to just sort of give Collapse that better chance in the CS again. Satanic with the preempts.
Nice last hit there on the range creep too.
It's already the first one down.
And he's got the camp open, so very nice there for Nami to have it available for collapse. Bottom, Cogs of course have been nerfed quite a bit, they don't travel as far. Still does get connection on 2.
Right on the edge that one.
Found the strike to chain the stun, Nisha, godlike.
20 galvanized stacks.
Whatever's happened in this game, supports that some teams really like, but others are not touching upon them a lot. It's the Willow as well. Willow seems to be rising in popularity with a fair few of these squads.
It's really nice to follow up with something like the Earth Spirit. You just throw the Terrorize, they just get controlled so much, and you do provide a decent amount of damage if you're able to close gap on some of these heroes. And when you're playing versus a heavy physical draft, right, the Drow and the Slaughter, your W has a lot of merits. Being able to just Shadow Realm in and out, close the gap.
A lot of survivability in this lineup.
Bottom lane, I would say, is harder, though, for the Timber than comparison for the Doom. Versus this Drow, it'll get better as the levels come out, and he's going to be able to have stacks eventually, but not the easiest one overall for Notice to just get those last hits.
They've hit some nice combos.
He is so far.
Well, the Doom, he'll just have extra because he's killing Treants. He has Devour as well, too, eventually at some point.
We'll have it delayed.
Collapse will be happy in this top lane.
Minute.
It's such a classic 33 thing. It's like, he's a 2 and 3 Darkseer who didn't lane.
Or happier, sorry.
And he's higher net worth than a 10 and 1 Storm.
Yeah. Which sort of lanes you sort of see the chance to try and force for a kill first.
Again here from Iron Wing. Kind of builds up.
Good question, actually.
Still a level advantage for Liquid, still holding a 5,000.
Maybe it is just going to be collapsed because he is being kept just that much lower, but it also could be like the Drow random lane if the NP TP's over, right? If they do just bring
that's true. It might be actually down to Satanic's first move.
Yeah, it could be something like that.
They kind of had the firepower to take down a first blood.
But hard for them to harass Yatoro into a position where he does get brought down because of the lane setup that they have with the Willow and the Timber.
I feel like Iron Wing are just a little better eking out.
We'll keep eyes on where the lane position is.
Yatoro's pretty much having a flawless start on the CS. What, 19 and 6 on his first few waves. Dream start here is the Drow. Needs to not slow him down at all.
If the wave pushes up too much, right, that's where the risk is for Yatoro. If he's too close to the tower, that's when they can bring the numbers in and just try to take advantage of him. So far, not the case, and that's stacked camp. If Rue's able to get the pull-off, that's going to deny even more away from the Timber.
So now you're going late game against this Earth Spirit, who can recover in this game.
He's got a dragon. Okay, Nightclass is able to actually get those melee creeps. Nicely done.
The hero's talents are just too damn good.
Full free farm for the Drow.
Yeah, no
pressure on collapse, but not quite as much as going down on the other side of the map.
They're killing so many of those treants. Every time that he summons them, every single one of them just get cleared out. Even throwing a blood grenade to get the extra bit.
Yeah, Scotty is.
I mean, the extra bit was about like 21 gold or so per treant, right?
It adds up. TP's out, wants to just... It doesn't want to risk, doesn't want to waste his salve or anything, wants to come back with full HP and full mana.
Screws to this top lane.
Doesn't mean he'll have to play careful a little bit, but at least has the wave pushed under the tower, so we'll push back into and collapse.
Right, look at top, they have 33 last hits, a lot, two of them, compared to the 12 of the Timber in the bottom. Sure, as you said, a lot of it is trees, but notice, definitely going to have the slower start and slower entry into this game.
That's just crazy, really, how close things are between the two carries, right? You see both Yatoro and Satanic getting literally the exact same CS out of the lane. 26 and 8 on both of them. 4 minutes in. These guys, they're that evenly matched on their laning skills.
Mid lane too, right? Look at that. 25-4. This is why
that's kind of crazy.
This is why we're
both of the 2 mids and the 2 carries. They are on exactly the same level. You don't see that.
They can get a good Wukong.
You don't see that, but these,
Iron Wing.
These two teams having very, very similar skill level.
Yeah, just the difference with this top lane, right? Just Collapse getting that much more, and he's safe. He's actually pretty safe here with this build.
Right now,
extra tanky, keeps eating the creeps, they keep cleaning out all those trains, so it's Satanic. Maybe he's like, I don't even want to spawn too many more trains if they're just going to clear them every time.
I mean, that's honestly, it's probably going to get to that point, right?
Because he hasn't used them in a while.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now he's got the TP at the ready. But you know Spirit, they're going to be ready for him to make a move.
Yes, you're unlikely to catch Spirit by surprise. When you look for that sort of early TP play.
Laurel's got the 6 a bit faster here than the Earth Spirit now at the moment. Power Rune is going to be that big point of contention.
Who made sure that he was playing in the trees in the case of an aggressive move like that. But tier 2 does fall all the same.
Oh, let's have to deal with the pressure.
There's that TP.
TP comes in. First buff for Satanic. It was the most likely time for it to occur there. You know, there's no kills up to 6 minutes in. Where did we have to look? We have to look to where Satanic wanted to make the move, and he makes it. Takes down Yatoro.
It felt like it was going to be that case, right, with how the lanes were going, just that third rotation. Does mean that Laurel doesn't... that no one doesn't get any help securing that.
Carlos is on his own. They're going to try and dive in, but the Cold Embrace comes out.
They should have him.
Get back in with the Infernal Blade. That's going to take quite a bit of damage from the tower, but should be fine. Notme will tank the last few tower hits to get the kill to get out.
Laurel gets the rune. He gets an Arcane. A lot of damage onto this tower here with the Satanic.
It was just a huge move from Satanic, right? You get the first blood. Not only that, but of course you're getting it against Yatoro whilst he was trying to TP out. So he had no way to get back to the lane. Rue's now suffering. He might just die here with 9+ getting the wraparound. You get the 2 kills. You get the tower. Pre-7 minutes.
This is what we've seen most of the times from these Nature's Prophet, right? When we've seen them versus Drow, they're the ones that get ahead. They're the ones that dictate that tempo. Now, he's 1,100 ahead of the Drow just because of that one quick move.
I mean, this is not easy to do, but it's definitely a large factor is that Nature's Prophet, I really do feel this is one of the carries you want to run against the Drow.
100%. It does feel like they have some very good counter answers on the side of Vision versus what Spirit wants to do, at least in this early game in particular.
God, it's like some weird battle between infinite mana on
His
the
Spirit
Storm and
calm things down a bit and keep some of the areas a little safer for Yatora to try and catch up. Satanic already, he's been doing it so many games, right? He's top net worth by a decent amount relative to how early we are in this game.
Collapse.
It's going to force mispositioning from the supports to try and bail him out.
Almost gets brought down there too.
Collapse on the back line and you get a 5-on-3.
And it's pre-6 on the Nature's Prophet too, so it doesn't even have. Yeah, Wrath of Nature's going to come out soon too for increased farm or increased kill threat onto these side lanes as well.
They hit that bottom
and losing
tower,
the tower this early for Yatoro is dangerous. Just extra access points for the NP to take down even the Earth Spirit to make moves onto you, not to worry about the tower.
5 galvanized stacks.
That's a 9 class.
What? It's like
hard to get. He's got the Shadow Realm. If he feels pressured,
you can't really run away from the Storm Sphere either, which is part of the reason why they
Notice now at this point has just completely caught up too, just with that rotation also versus the Doom.
He's trying for the wraparound on this. Won't get caught by the Bramble.
Here comes no one.
First crowns upon him though, no one ready to close in. Trying to save himself with the box, but not getting out of this one.
You got to get to these Earth Spirit towers.
Kill here for Vision.
God, dude, this is disgusting.
Getting that pace going, but Laurel not overreacting. He sees the rotation from the Earth Spirit, just continues to slam onto the mid tower here. He's having a really good start into this game.
Didn't even bother to put it into his bottle.
And he's the one that they have to rally around at least to make that early movements, right? The Slardar, in comparison to the Doom, he's going to be the one to make the moves to bring that game back into this mid game. While for Vision, it feels like they can make more moves with this everybody a little bit easier.
Fire, make short work of him. No innate save here.
Collapse going to Midas.
It's too easy right now.
For that greed.
Too easy for Nisha.
One of those heroes that you can still get away with it.
We don't see it as much.
I was going to say, even then, it's not
a really good
the hottest of pickups, but
perhaps on the Lifestealer,
still one that some Doom players do favor.
Other than that, I don't know.
I was about to say you need a Bissell.
Maybe indicative of how Spirit wants to play toward, like they want this one late game, right? They just,
oh, for sure.
Okay.
And normally they're able to get the game to that point, right? Especially when Yatoro's on his drow. Sure, they're able to punish him with that early play, but beyond that,
do they have him?
It's hard to catch him again.
Theoretically,
they probably also feel like they do at some point, like maybe not drastically, but they can outscale in a way. It is tight though, because Vision also does scale very hard with the Earth Spirit and the Nature's Prophet.
So what is Abyssal Blade actually going to make a difference?
I think Abyssal Blade helps save your supports. When
big separation between the Nature's Prophet and the Drow though, and the NP is going to be able to accelerate that much more with this type of start than Yatoro is, unless Yatoro gets some kills in his way.
For Nullifier to wear off.
It's going to naturally be the case that he's going to get outpaced from the farm from Satanic.
Yeah, Satanic's not only going to be able to like the farm fast from the quick melt beyond timing, but able to join that much easier as the Nature's Prophet.
It means 33 can't rely
not
on
easy for Yatoro
or his surge nearly as much.
With that farm.
It means
just losing that tower so early, it is really dangerous. It limits the extra
that play was brutal.
Yeah. Makes it so he kind of just has to hit jungle creeps. He can't really hit the lane creeps as easy at this point.
12K, but it still feels like a very tight affair between these two.
A lot of that is the power of this lifesteal.
It'll be quiet, as we said, from Spirit for the most part until Laurel has the Blink Dagger. Not many moves will probably happen for them. While for Vision, they can make all the moves. Panic, Maelstrom, Stun.
See this back breaks under the weight here.
Going to farm so quickly on this Nature's Prophet. It's early days, but likely another game where you're just going to see Satanic zoom that far ahead of anyone else in the game on the net worth.
Oh yeah.
As I'm finishing Roche.
And he has protection. Right? Does have kind of 2 pseudo saves. He has the Wyvern, plus he has the Earth Spirit in a way to protect him. Versus this heavy physical damage that Spirit does have.
Guaranteed spawn.
Laurel sticking around a little too low HP under the tower. They're able to roll in, get the setup.
Oh, that's a rough death for him too. He was having a pretty good entry into this game. They might have been able to just push the tower with this kill too.
Very fast, but Iron Wing have already given up on it seems. Like they scanned.
That transfer tower is likely just that.
If you wanted to contest, you had to set up. They would have made the move a while ago. So
it's just too hard. Gonna be a challenge here for Spirit.
That's for sure. Especially since they're going the greedy route, right? Yep. He is committing for the Midas and all.
Can they live through this stage of the game?
That's gonna be the question.
The banner. It might be twice. Yeah, left the banner behind.
Nobody wants the banner.
Is Yatoro gonna get? Is he gonna be protected enough to get any of this farm too? Because as we said, there's 2 to 3 different things that are gonna be gap closing onto him to restrict the farm
here. Nobody's gonna get caught by this.
That death for Laurel just hurt. I mean, that one really does hurt.
He's not even bothering to use his BKB.
Losing the tower as well.
Life
losing the momentum to get that blink dagger, which he probably would have been finishing in the next 30 seconds or so.
Got the nullifier onto
Gonna get delayed a lot more here.
No luck there. Not against nullifier. It's going to be full supports being run down rather quickly.
When they have Rue level 6, they can start to make more of these aggressive moves without Laurel, but he's still just level 5.
Like they might be able to kill him. Mickey's almost dead here. He's not going to be able to get off the Wukong's command. This is going to be another time unless the arrow can fail.
Nami does have
the magnetize. How did they manage to pull that off? Iron Wing with yet another miracle team fight where it starts looking so bad. No way. Tofu dies the last tick of the magnetize.
Move up top. No one is looking for collapse here.
They're just sitting
and
there.
They're gonna see this Midas, and they're gonna be like, guys, it's go time. It's a Doom with the Midas. We can just go for all of these objectives very early. It's hard for collapse to really contribute too much.
It's a very timely dash. And then he was like too low to Wukong and man up.
I mean, surely you just have to throw it down.
Titanic's trying to make sure that not too many of those things get fed away. Bottom lane. The play solo. Satanic's ready to TP over towards Yatoro.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Sprouts out. Yatoro got no way to cut out of this.
Oh man, things accelerating quick. 9 class gets
he's still alive.
He's living.
He's getting away.
You just can't get
they will get the setup here with Wheel of Wonder on towards Notice. They'll have to drop the Doom down to ensure the kill. They get something, but it's an expensive one.
Laurel gets the last hit, so he does have the Blink Dagger now, but Yatoro again getting gone on trying to help his buddy. 9 class literally just solo killed the Clockwork.
I don't know what's going on.
Baited Yatoro to show for the TP for Satanic to come forward.
Just walking at him. And there's no answer.
Oh, got him done too.
For the boss.
Make the jump, hit the arrow. Is safe. Good kick away from BZM. That distance will be enough to allow Iron Wing to reset. There was an opening there.
And 9 class back to full HP with the urns that he has down here. These are very good aggressive plays and vision. They're not slowing down. Laurel does have Blink Dagger finish, so Spirit can react a bit better here at this point, but they did use their Doom. They did use the Ring ulti to finish off that Timber.
And Vision, they've got their own.
They got everything.
Ready with the Fear on the Willow, the Curse, Magnetize. Everyone's got this Vessel picked up.
Vacuum hits it.
Right. Maybe you get it
early timing for it all. 9 class again, getting the catch, looking for not me.
Liquid just seemed
to try and push him back with the whip.
Nice cogs.
Let's have Lale ready with the counterplay. Make the jump over towards 9 class. 9 class. He'll get the Shadow Realm off.
He's living.
Finally he falls, but they've already lost 2 themselves, Spirit. They're likely to lose Rue. On top of that, there's Notice to no one chasing him down. He has got a hook shot to maybe break himself away. And at this point, maybe it's not even worth the chase. No one wants to go for this.
He'll get him. Oh my god, juking!
He's making the ball for it.
He tipped him for sure. That was a nice move, but he will go down.
This game was looking like
they're trying to react to these plays, but it's just too hard, especially when Satanic turns up as farmed as he is.
He's so big
already. About 50% more farmed than Yatoro. And we're only 15 minutes in.
It's been such a good answer for the Drow Rangers in so many games, and this one's looking like another one of those.
I don't think we're going to see Vision get the chance to get the Nature's Prophet if Spirit are going to want to run back the Drow this series. This is just... It's looking pretty unplayable into Satanic's Nature's Prophet.
He's literally just, look at that. It's everybody else is kind of even across the board. They're just a 10. And 9 class, of course, too, having a very excellent opening into this game on this Willow.
Doing a really good job of kiting. They kite back, and then right as you overextend,
very impressive opener here. 4K lead right now.
It's just so hard to kill it at this point.
And 9 class in a very sneaky spot. He will get found, but he's obnoxious.
He's got backup.
Oh, they miss. It gets pushed out of it.
He's going to be fine. He gets away with the Wheel of Wonder. They do have the Cold Embrace coming in to buy him even more time. Surely should die. He's trying to get the fear off. Will fall.
Laurel dies for it.
Costs Lale's life. And now more time's been bought for no one to turn up. Rolls over towards Moore. He wants a deeper for the bigger kill. Fine collapse.
And then you get disjointed. The fight's going to get really weird.
Poor Laurel. He got the Blink Dagger, turns up, dies. His game has been completely shut down.
I mean, Rue, not me. They're kind of like, well, where do we go? They're kind of stuck in this corner of the map.
Oh, a bit unlucky there with the combo with the ring ult and the cog pushing him onto the low ground. Gets super awkward there.
Unstoppable in the fight with the self-magnetize plus the
Yatoro will say, guys, thanks for the space, I guess, but
do you think
hemorrhaging more and more kills, and this time it's the 2 cores.
Right. The 25 tons, because Life Stealers is ranged.
I noticed now at this point.
I feel like that's kind of whatever.
Doesn't look like he had that tough of a bit of a lane start, right?
Spirit level
Top 3 net worth, he's got the Kaya Sanj already finished up. And overall in the matchup, sure, the Doom is annoying for him, but versus everybody else, this is a great Timber game.
Mickey has it.
Yeah, Mickey's got his.
I think the Earth Spirit 25 is the biggest in the game. Yeah, it's just stupid.
Spirit, let's see what they want to do next.
At some point, but right now this TI, it's in the game. You have to
Laurel
play with
probably being like, guys, I don't know how much I really want to just turn up to some of these fights now. It's just a blink. can't just get popped instantly versus this Timber and all this magic damage.
Fest early onto Ari. See if Ari make the magic happen. Can he get the initiation?
Will get found very deep on
a nullifier on the
Vision
life
side of the map.
alongside an Abyssal Blade. If they get the Hex.
No, and having a very good game also. 3-0-3 in comparison to Laurel. Has a shield rune too for the next fight. Collapse does now have a blink.
He'd be fine over the cogs. I said that Brambles actually still catch him from a distance now in class. Rue has to use the hook shot to get away, but Notice he's ready to close up on him.
Hook shots through another Bramble.
It does get caught in the stun. They got out of there, but boy, that was a close call. Did Pure get a bash?
I don't think so.
Tough times here for Spirit in this early game.
Vision not doing any like crazy flashy, they're just kind of approaching it with a straight up approach. Getting all these extra kills, shutting down any of Spirit's moves. Seemingly one step ahead.
Use for that? Used wards, used wheel.
And you're punishing the Midas really.
Here if you find a good
Collapse not able to really get too involved. He does have Blink now.
Still an Arcane Rune running for BZM. Nisha loses his courier with A on this.
Ooh, trying to get him with a 4-staff, rages.
And here is the self-magnetize. What are you going to do?
Toro not falling too much further behind. It's been stuck at that 3K now for some time.
Keeping it going.
How much behind he is, that of Satanic, that is.
Well, it's gone. No, that was not too effective.
Now Magnetite's on cooldown. I mean, if you're Liquid, right? Okay, Ace has got to stop refreshing this Magnetite.
Very difficult to sort of
maybe
take away that lead.
Yeah, and Satanic, he's going to have the Pike finished up before they've able to make any type of aggressive move on him with either the Doom or the Slardar, so he has a way to just distance himself now as well. Well, Shard is done. He does have Medallion, so this is actually really nice that he's been able to get these 2 pickups here. But again, there is a lot of answers for this Midas Armor and for this physical damage. With the Timber, the Shadow Realm, with the Wyvern.
With the Infest, amp damage,
not easy for Laurel to find the moves. So Collapse, he's looking for something.
That's a wrecking ball. I don't know if you want any of that.
A jump on 2. Mickey follows it up with the Boundary Strike.
That's a very early Blink Dagger. 9 class also having an excellent entry into this game.
Like this.
He's got it done already.
Not like this. It was so fast.
He's going to be aware that this move is coming in very likely.
It's dangerous for you to make this move.
Legacy games for Pure. What's the opposite of a legacy game?
I mean, if you go for Notice, you have to throw so much onto him to kill him at this
all-time heroes, and this is
if the Wyvern's behind him, he might just save him as well.
That no BKB Wukong's command goes out on a sick initiation.
I'm going to make that play.
Gets him right as the Infest pop out.
The creeps, try and get these BKBs online.
It was. Yeah,
7K lead though. 20 minutes soon approaching.
I don't think he's going to make that mistake again, but this game might be over before you get a chance to make it again.
Yeah, it's
no
Vegas.
Signs of them being able to find any way out on the map to catch this Nature's Prophet. Satanic,
he's in the safest place possible.
All the space in the world, and almost impossible really for Team Spirit to get anywhere close to it.
Yeah. And they can't even hit the tier 1s either is the problem, right? Being able to take any of these objectives to get access to go for this Nature's Prophet just isn't easy for them at this point. They do not really hit the buildings in the same manner. It's got to be the Drow to do so, and Toro, no way he's going to look to hit buildings for, I mean, probably next, I don't know how long, depending if they get a fight win or not.
They're going to need a big break.
Mental reset.
Yeah, at this point, Satanic's just going to start popping the ult off cooldown, right? Just to get that extra farm, so we will see that separation start to increase. It went from 3K lead on him over Yutaro, now it's up to the 4K. He's got to go for the BKB. If he's able to just get BKB and AC, I mean, the AC kind of hard counters the idea of Spirit's draft as well, too.
Let's see if they can hold this. With the Wukong's command, got the backing on it.
What is Spirit doing this? They want to the BKB themselves and farm their own BKB.
I think that's the case.
And then you immediately have to try and look for a play?
I guess so, but they're hemorrhaging a lot on the map.
Another one there.
And he's just finding them.
The game plan.
Yeah. I guess they're trying to find like any type of ways to put any wards out here to get some vision of them, but
down bottom. Hey, they will let the backup coming in.
Laurel,
they can't save him. Laurel's gone. Rue, can he get away from this Timbersaw? He can. They will at least bring down 9 class in return, but they've got no chance of killing off Notice.
Found some early kills. They destroyed that top
support for a core.
Put
Biz will take that all day.
On his back.
21 minutes. They can keep pressuring down in this bottom side to ensure that they can set up for that Tormentor whenever they do want to. BKB now done at a very early time also for no one.
Nothing that deals with him at that point. That is the strength of the pick. I think Liquid did a great job.
They're going to have to commit so much to kill just one of these cores. It feels
certainly a winnable game.
Yeah, it's looking like a pretty difficult task.
Right, because you're going to have to have to Doom and Ringmaster. You're going to have to throw like double ultis on either the Earth Spirit or the Timbersaw to bring them down, which just means that Satanic is just going to have free reign.
I don't think it... I mean, there's nothing wrong with this Monkey King, I think, in this game. Like, sure, it's a little hard to get good.
I'm sure Satanic knows how much faster he's farming than him as well, too.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I think he knows he's pretty much getting very close to being a full item ahead.
But Yatoro's not doing bad at keeping up, right? Like, it's 251 to the 313. He's the same level as him as well, tue. So hasn't gotten picked off again, but it's just now Satanic has the BKB, no one has the BKB. They've got their timing a bit faster on triple BKBs. And Laurel again.
They will maybe get bailed out by Root throwing his body in with a hook shot.
He's taken out.
He's going to fall pretty low. No one heads in to keep it going. Still gets the kill. Lar's gone. And the Root's going to be there to stop Root from TPing out.
Oh, this game's looking so hard, Yatoro. You've got all the work cut out for you.
Yeah, this is... I think we were all expecting something a little bit closer than this, but apparently Team Vision... They are just that much more ahead right now.
Laurel's rotation's just back to back to back not working, right? And him dying like this has slowed down any progression for him. You can see him bottom of the course now at this point. And Collapse, right? He went for the Midas build, so they know the only moves that can come out is from Laurel. And he's just getting punished time and time again. Tier 2.